But why does it look like it's tinged a different color? Or is that the lighting of the fire?
I mean, I'm old, so it's got gray in it.
It's a reflection of the flames. In my
Uh,
eyes, it looks completely, totally different.
oh, d- okay, now I'm curious. What does it look?
It has kind of like a purplish haze.
Oh, yeah, that it's been like that for a while.
Okay, okay, then
Y-
it's
y-
fine.
yep, you're not seeing anything.
Okay, good. For a minute there, I was like, okay, um, I don't drink, I don't use anything, but you never know. The mind can go quickly.
No, yeah, no, it's got like a purplish pink hue to it. Yes.
Mm, mm. Okay, okay, so then it
It,
looks
it, it,
fine.
it was dyed a while ago. Actually, it's
Mm,
been like quite a few weeks.
okay, okay. I see posted up there. What's this about blowing up machines all over the place? Have you gone bomb happy?
Uh, basically, we're no longer letting the cultists have anywhere safe.
Okay, okay.
Uh, none of this has been done with, like the council support or anything else. This is just citizens of Murky Stone being fed up and fighting back.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I honestly am in agreement with you. Enough is enough. Something needs to be done. And as long as it's within the parameters of some kind of law, then I'm all for it.
The law doesn't exist for them.
Well, it doesn't exist for us either in when it comes to them.
Yes, that is correct.
I mean, you have to.
Uh,
It's
to,
like when you're. I'm sorry.
no, you go ahead.
It's I guess you can compare it to a relationship. If you're in a relationship and you expect to give and get in return, then mutual respect and understanding and sympathy, empathy, all that stuff that goes with it. But they don't seem to have any of that. All they have in their mind is capturing and torturing, from what I've heard, very atrocious acts. So, we just pay them in kind. If this is what you give us, then this is what we'll give you in return. Why should we be cordial? Why should we be use words? Why should we be diplomatic in any way, shape, or form? Again, I support what you're doing. Um, Once I get all of my weapons in working order, they're all in disarray, I would definitely join you.
There is a few of us that have been doing uh, some more, I guess you could say, team-based battle training
Mm.
and everything. So anyone's always welcome to join that. I encourage anyone who hasn't, especially if you don't think that you're that good of a fighter, this training is literally for you.
All right. Well, that I need to be there because if you give me distance, put a bow in my hand and some arrows, I will kick your ass. But close up
uh,
front, the most I can do is stab you with a dagger and hopefully do damage.
yep. But yet no,
That's smart.
the last conversation that I know of anyone having with any of the cultists, uh how, how many of those notices did you read on the board?
Okay, so there's the one about the trader, there's the one about the machines, there's
Okay,
the
all
what
right, yeah,
else? Mm-hmm.
you read back pretty far. In case you didn't read all the way about the trader, Estella was a cultist. She called her own fucking daughter a monster. And then they I'm gonna say they put on a little act because there was about 4, maybe 5 of us, and there was 3 cultists,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 of the cultists actually removed their masks in front of us. One of them being Estella, the other one being someone people referred to as Anna, not Miss Brown,
Okay.
just another girl named Anna. I'd never met her beforehand. And basically they said you're one of 3 categories to them, either a bloodsucker, a fleabag, or a sympathizer. No one is going to meet their definition of innocence, and they want to cleanse the world of all 3 of those groups. And they kept repeating the same word over and over and over again, and that's war. So, for anyone who doesn't understand, they mean to fucking kill everyone in this goddamn town.
Obviously.
And basically, I have taken it upon myself and others, in anything and everything that they hold dear, I will raze to the ground and erase from this earth.
So the contraptions that they use apparently for moving around is that what you're destroying?
Yes.
We did do some damage to one of those. It took a lot of explosives. Besides just the normal way that we can potentially deactivate them. I'm not a science person. The Miss, am I right? She'd probably be able to better explain that process. We've also gone out and destroyed their machines that they've left scattered around the world. Unfortunately, there's a few of them still in the city, but yeah, they're gonna take a little bit more controlled controlled explosions. Yeah.
Yeah, well, one at a time. That's all it is one at a time. And before you know it, they're all gone, and then they're next. I mean,
Yep.
it's just as simple. Process of elimination.
So there's 2 other transporters that we deactivated, not not exploded, like, so no further damage. But that's that stone one and the crevice. But the goal is to keep turning them off or damaging them until they have very few ways to come out on this side.
No, that's good. That's good. It's
That's
for all intents and purposes, you're blocking off their any escapes or any way of retaliation, bringing in more forces. The more that they're cut off, the better it is, because then this way we can identify exactly which way they're coming and be better prepared.
Correct.
Yep. That, and also it that one of the main reasons why I pushed to have the pretty much anything that we know about them posted on the notice board, because I understand beforehand people wanted to be secret about it. People they were worried about, oh well, what if this person, what if one of the cultists find out about this information, this, that, and the other. So far there has been the 2 of the cultists that we know about that have been dealt with. Miss Marie, who is currently residing in the insane asylum. She had tried to be a realtor And of course, Estella was a constable. So anything that we think we're trying to hide from them, they
already
probably
know.
already they have already infiltrated certain that we know for a fact certain uh, parts of our government at this point in time. And so the only thing being secretive about stuff is doing right now is hurting other people who can and want to help. So like those transporters, if there are any more cultists among us that are trying to blend in and they're using those transporters to get back and forth or to give their information,
Right.
now the next time they look at that board, they're gonna go, well, what if someone's watching that transporter that I might be going to?
Mm-hmm.
Or what if the door that I expect to go through is now unable to be opened, and I have to
Yep.
we have to repair it, which means you have to get a whole bunch of them over there to repair it. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that we are. This is a denial of them being anywhere that they consider safe. They have made it to where we don't feel safe in certain areas, and now I'm making it to where they don't feel safe in certain areas.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes very much sense. Do we know if the council is meeting tonight? I know that
It's
we've been
supposed to in a
suffering.
couple minutes.
Okay, because I know some people have been suffering from some weird weather patterns lately. I know the dust kicked up at Rosemist, so I stayed indoors for the last couple of days. Luckily, we didn't have to deal with rain because it's mostly dry, but the dust was very windy over there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, some people are, hunkering down a little bit and everything, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for the people that are still, willing to come out their houses, we're taking the fight to them.
That's it. We're gonna brave the storm. Zorn, like I said, I need my weapons repaired though. I need a brand new bow. The bow that I have is not the greatest. I need someone to look at my gun, oil it and such, and yeah. So
You need to talk to Mr. Frank. And he is around somewhere. He just recently, I think, or he is either in the process or he just recently moved his shop over to the Angelwood Business District from the Devil's Canyon one.
okay.
But the moment you see him, he should be able to get you straight.
All right. Yeah, because I need my weapons are in dire need.
How's your armor padding looking?
Oh, the armor is holding up fantastic. Not a single loose thread yet. Good workmanship.
All right, good. All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna head into the government building and see
I
if
will follow you.
this council's actually gonna have enough people to show up. I think normally the track record is they're always late, so
Usually, that some people are in the mood for Festivus.
oh yeah, you missed this one right here. This piece of crap right here that's like lighting up and all. It used to make a
What
god
the-
awful noise when you walked past it.
I was gonna say, what the hell? I thought you were
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
the whole fisherman.
No, I was trying to get him
I
to
just
move so
saw
I could
it.
blow that damn thing up.
Most god awful whale.
It did? Oh wow! Thank God I didn't hear it. Ooh.
There we go. This place is a lot of long corridors.
Yes, it does.
More people. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, Zorn.
Hello.
Emway.
Hello, Silent.
And Penelope.
Evening. Okay, hold on. Where is... All right.
Howdy, sorry, someone says something.
Just saying hello.
Hey,
Well, I think it's time, and I only see 2 people so far.
We'll give it a little bit longer just in case they're stirring.
Since when has this started on time?
Exactly.
Oh, hello.
There was that one time, and it actually ended it within an hour, too.
Those are facts. I remember that.
hello everyone.
Good day.
Good day.
Hello, Riley. Sir.
Howdy, Ryan. Hello, Sal. Alright, we'll give everyone like another 6 minutes, I think.
Of course.
And then we'll see where everything's at, and then... If there's things to bring up, we'll hold it. If not, then we'll go from there.
Are you ready to stand in if the judge is unable to make it?
Yep.
That's if
He
we have
just
enough
sounds so
people.
thrilled.
Even if he stands in, there would only be 3 people.
We would need 2 more, yeah.
Technically,
For the
yes, but
board.
we'll give a couple people some more time, and then we'll see from there. But I'm
Unless
going to
we
think.
can't blame a storm.
Exactly, yeah. I'm going to think for a few minutes. So if there's anyone else to file in, then we'll see where we're at.
I mean, if nobody shows up, we can all just kind of sit around the table and have a conversation and enjoy each other's company for a little bit.
Maybe.
We also could use the citizens' voice as a vote. Each and every one of them can cast a vote that they would for whatever. Which I don't think we're really going to be able to talk about much.
Let's see. We have 4 counselors here, right?
Yes.
-3.
Only 3?
4 with
Veloshi
2.
was.
I assume you're subbing in for the
Yeah.
judge.
I am.
Well, we
Yeah, Lillian
technically don't have
shows.
a quorum, although at the very least I think we can maybe agree on setting up elections for the 3 missing or quit members. Surely we can do that.
So, do we think that there is anyone that is going to be wanting to be a part of council from any of the districts, or is there anyone here that would like to be a part of council?
I don't
Currently?
see why we can't open that up to the public.
Yeah, that's
And
what I'm
it will
staring
be
at everyone.
it will be hard to get a quorum considering 4 people will not be coming, right? In theory, I guess it's possible if all of us just never
Oh,
miss a
really?
meeting.
We have a quorum now.
No, we don't.
Do we?
No.
Lillian does count.
No, she
No.
doesn't.
5 people is
No.
all that's
Council
needed.
member.
She
Lillian does
doesn't
not count.
count.
Is not a
She's
council
not
member.
council.
In any case, my point is, 4 of the seats currently are either quit or have not shown up in more than 2 weeks. I think it's fair to the very least call for new
Revote.
council members for those seats.
I can agree to that at the moment. Does anyone have any issues or problems with us counting or doing a revote for individuals that wish to be a part of council?
That's fine.
Anyone else have any qualms with that? All right, wonderful.
And at the very least, we have several people here. Even if we don't technically meet quorum and might not be qualified to make official decisions, we can at least talk about issues or
Yeah.
things that people want to bring up.
Agreed. So, at the moment, if anyone that is sitting around the table, are there any issues that wish to be brought up at the moment?
Go ahead, sorry.
Anyone in the gallery, don't hesitate.
Am I to
Alright,
be recording all of this?
Okay.
If you would, please, Lily.
You guys would entertain a couple comments I have first.
All right, what are your comments?
First off, just slight observation of what you guys were already talking about the people not showing up. Either we need to get elections for that, or which you guys already kind of hit on, or allow them to put someone in their stead if they're not going to be able to make a meeting. Again, that's just a suggestion from outside observer. Moving on to a much more grander issue. The religious fanatics, cultists, murderers, whatever the hell you want to call them. Last conversation that I had with them ended up showing someone that I trusted was a cultist, and also, and again, this isn't a jab at you, Chief, was also a constable. So that means we've now had 2 confirmed cultists, one that was a constable, one that was attempting to be a realtor at one point in time. Hell, we may have even had, or currently do have, cultists on this council. With that being said, the only thing that I took away from my last talk with the cultists, and the word they kept saying over and over and over again, is war. They are at war with every single person that resides within this town. None of us will meet their definition of innocence.
Could I just
With
say something in it? Go ahead, sorry.
I'm almost done. With
No,
that
no.
being said, I would hope that this government can either help the people that are willing to fight, raise every single thing that these cultists hold dear to their heart, and make it to where no one will even know they existed, or at the very least will stand out of the way of the people who will.
I appreciate the statement. Thank you. In some respect, I do understand what you're referring to, and I do agree in a lot of ways. A lot of these cultists need to be dealt with at this point with some punity. As far as how we can do that at the moment, that is something that we have to figure out. I think that we need to start taking the fight to these cultists. So,
If I may, Chief.
yes, Mr. Lacroix.
I mean, Mr. Zorn, I saw a post from you about messing with one of the transporters. Can you tell this room more about how that went?
Yes. Are you referring to the transporter that was in the middle of the square? Or are you referring to the I believe it was a drilling machine that was out in the Highlands?
I don't know. I thought your post mentioned trying to blow up one of the teleporters.
Okay, no, one of their teleporters. All right. They've got teleporters that could kidnap us. They've got ones that they use. So slightly, we need to come up with a better name for that. Anyway, so with that, we went to that one. We shoved a whole bunch of stuff in it that a couple people already have learned how to turn those machines off. Then after that, there was approximately 20 jars of explosives, 2 groups of 10 at 2 different times set off around that machine. I have not had a chance to go back to it today to make sure that it is still off since that day. But when we did go back, it was shown to have been damaged. Some of the components, the structure itself had not blown up and looked relatively unmarked. So I'm sure the explosions caused that particular transporter to be inoperable longer. For how long it will stay inoperable, I guess that depends on how quickly the cultists noticed and attempt to fix it. The next step in that would be trying to hit multiple of those at the same time to see how effective and how quickly they will be able to get those back online. If we're doing damage to it and we're able to cause that one to go off for a week, and that would be the same for the rest of them, or if we hit multiples at the same time, maybe they don't necessarily have all of the resources available to fix multiples at the same time.
Okay, well, I think that reckless as that might have been, the results speak for themselves. And I think we should see much more of that. I would propose two things. First, Mr. Zorn, pick a time and, well, first of all, the information on the items needed to at least temporarily disable the teleporters should become more widely available. If you can write that down somewhere and spread it around.
I have them memorized.
Aware. Excellent. Let's make that
They're on the
widely.
notice board.
Are
The
they?
ingredients, Miss Tony.
Okay. That's good. What's that on which post? I haven't checked today if it's new.
If it's not up there, I will ask someone that knows how to disable one of those to put it up there. And if they do not feel like putting it up there themselves, I do not mind making the post so that way they are not worried about any cultists trying to come after them for spilling secrets.
Someone said it's up
Nimue,
there. So
come with me. Let's check what I posted.
Oh, okay. It's up there. That's good. I would say pick a time
Hello.
and make a call for more people to help you. Ideally, you'll be able to find an engineer of some type to bring with you. Go back to the original transporter that was sabotaged. Examine it again, ideally with the help of said engineer, and then go do the same to the next one. Let people help you so that hopefully we can achieve a bigger result, with the end goal being the eventual destruction or at least sabotage of all of them. As you mentioned, taking the fight to them first includes cutting their legs out from under them, metaphorically. Limit their mobility, their ability to appear and disappear from places very quickly. That will, I hope, ground them, perhaps in that fort of theirs, but at the very least in locations where they can be fought to a decisive result, rather than a quick getaway. Beyond that, the call for more people, the organized of specific times and dates with a few days in advance for people to, advance warning for people to gather and prepare. That's one thing. Secondly, I thought I saw Miss Kyra in the gallery. Is she here?
What?
Miss Kyra, am I wrong in thinking that you are one of the people in the Science Society?
No, you're right.
Can you come down here?
Oh boy, hold on.
Is that all the comments you had for me, Doc?
Well, that was what I would like you to do. There's also something more that I want to know that might be helpful.
Well, first, is there any other questions for him?
Well, let's finish the questions for him first, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to interrupt you because I can give you some answers on some of the stuff that you have made comments about.
Yes,
about the having more people. I will say I have not acted on this alone. All the times that I have pursued anything with them, there have been several people I have not been quiet about my intentions when I go to do something. And to be honest, not all of the things that have happened have been my idea. I do not mind being the person to stick their neck out, so to speak. But I will let any of the people that were with me decide for themselves whether or not they wish to say they were or not. But I will say I have tried to get as many people that are willing to fight in the fight, Doctor.
I'm sure you have. That's why I'm saying a post where you announce the intent. You can use my name if you want. That's not an issue. A time and a day that people know this is going to be attempted will make it easier for people to be informed and gather.
That's fair. I will try to incorporate.
So once you come up with a time or a day of what you think would be best, we'll try and see if we can get some individuals to go about this with you, alright?
Understood. I cannot guarantee all of my actions will be broadcasted, but actions that I feel like I would need more people in order to accomplish a goal, I will obviously broadcast.
I will say specifically attempts at the transporters. While I in no way do I discourage individual action. Well, I mean, I kind of do, but everyone, we're all adults here. You do what you want. I think it would be to best result if that is more of a group activity.
Understood. I have a bigger target in mind besides that I have been trying to get people together for.
What is this
once
target?
I have a little bit better, as I said, anything that they hold dear, I want to raise to the ground. Recently, there is a new compound of theirs that has emerged. It has a couple interesting statues in there that I would love to see reduced to rubble.
And do you know the location of this?
Yes, the location and the map of the compound itself are both posted on the notice board right now.
Okay, great. You're going to say something, Sebastian?
Again, this is my personal opinion. Do not take this as a official word of any kind. This is just me thinking out loud. And while this distraction of things and even fighting them directly will have effects and pressure does need to be put on, ideally, in my mind, buildings are buildings. They can be built, they can be destroyed. It's the people that will end this. We can attack the fort many times and scatter them. But if we do that when they have nowhere else to go, that will make it a decisive battle. That will make it an ending.
If I may, just a moment.
Sure.
Yes?
I have been with Zorn on several of these expeditions. I feel with spies being everywhere within the citizenship, broadcasting would only get them warning.
So with that, it's a bit of a catch-22, if you will. Broadcasting to let the individuals who are able to assist in it and help is the goal there, but that is also the risk that is involved with it, is the possibility that they may have at least some semblance of information as to what's going on. So when we state broadcast, I would say most of it should be by word of mouth. Maybe coming up with certain times and days from meetings to discuss certain things. And that way, if they wish to try and have some sort of infiltrator, we can have a better way of dealing with that sort of situation instead of them just being able to read it on a board. But
Agreed.
I would posit at this while I understand the concern. I would say that that's, again, in my mind, me personally, I think that we can't avoid this. Our target will be known. Perhaps the first one is a coincidence, but when we destroy a second one, then maybe even a third, I know there's multiples, it won't be long before they notice the pattern and start either actively guarding or at least keeping a lookout on the rest, maybe they want to. I don't think we can avoid them being aware of what our next target is going to be. I personally think the best thing we can do, make organized attempts, quick in and out with people guarding if necessary, prepared for resistance and knowing what to do if it comes to that. Because I think it is inevitable for them to notice, even if they don't hear about it.
God, I hope they notice.
I think that's kind of the point, in some way,
Which
shape,
is
or
why
form.
you need. Perhaps the stealthy approach can work for one more teleporter, but anything beyond that, you'll want numbers to at least accomplish the sabotage and then pull out.
I will say this, and this goes for anyone who can hear me. If you have any information about these cultists, please share it. They supposedly worship the sun. I think it's time we start shining all eyes onto them and bring everything that we collectively know to light. Will it possibly leak out that what information we know? Sure. But at this point in time, I think keeping secrets from each other is hurting the people that want and are able to do and want to do action from being able to do it, more so than it is hurting them from not being able to understand what we know and don't know. They know we know about all of the 8 teleporters that we currently do. Any of them that wish to hide amongst us now have to look over their shoulders when they step out, because at any point in time, someone could be standing at one of those waiting to figure out who's coming and going.
Fair enough. Well said. Was there anyone else that wished to speak on the matter?
Yes, the whole thing with the light, right? Like, it makes sense. So, I could be thinking this wrong. They worship the sun god. If we shine something that's something similar to light, how is that gonna like affect them? That one thing I'm a little confused about.
It's a hypothetical.
I think it's more of a, maybe not necessarily hypothetical, more of a what's the word I'm looking for? Hyperbole,
Metaphor.
maybe? Metaphor, that's the one, thank you.
Yes.
My bad. Through a combination of indoctrination and manipulation. There are seams to be found and pulled if one knows where to look for them. They are human, like anyone else.
Correction, Doctor. They are monsters. I apologize for interrupting, but they are nothing more than monsters.
I understand why you say that, but you've been alive for long enough to know humans can be monsters, Mr. Zorn. That doesn't make them less human. Their faith can be shaken, they can bleed, they can die, they can be convinced.
Maybe.
We have more coming. the stand.
Mm-hmm. What was your name, madam? I think I might have met you before.
Oh, sorry. I have some more. So we have posted the information about the locations of the transporters, the doorways which you come out from the sewers, or I don't know if they use them from other places, but we have posted the locations and the ingredients to deactivate these machines. So once there is a collective amount of people who want to come and do it collectively, that information is available.
Okay, thank you very much.
If we could aim for knocking out perhaps 2 of these each week, I think that is a realistic, perhaps not the ideal, but a realistic goal that can be organized.
Perhaps, yeah. If we can
You
aim
knock
for
'em
more
out.
than that, then.
If you knock them out, be prepared for them to bring them right back up.
Well, that's what I mean. They have to be disabled in the way that you seem to know they can be, and then whatever Zorn did to that one, perhaps more of that, or a more scientific approach to that. That's why I would like more engineers to take a look at what happened to that one that was blown up.
It was called explosive mining.
I was.
Sorry,
We
you had
first
more to say? Sorry.
we first deactivated the transporter, and that was with the galena ingot, the deep core copper, the ground fluorite, and the concentrated acid. That takes several attempts, between 8 to 10 attempts, to fully shut down the transporter. Then at that location, I believe it was the southern jungle, we also used a lot of explosives to try to further damage the machine. The idea was to see how long it would take for them to actually get it back online.
Right.
Okay.
We are looking for more permanent damage than just a simple sabotage that can be reversed. But we have to start from that, certainly, like you already did. Do we have any engineers in the room?
Hi.
You called one down, sir.
You did, yes.
Yes.
Kyra, I believe it's one. I don't know if there's any other ones besides her.
Right.
Myself.
Okay. Who just said that? Was that Miss Nimoy or someone else?
Yes, Nimoy.
Okay. I would like you to work closely with Mrs. Zorn as well. And if you already have, then I apologize. Then continue to do so.
It's quite alright. Yes, I have been.
Yes, amazing. Examine, if you can, what happened to the first one. See if we can further refine that method.
Yeah, I hope so. I think maybe more controlled explosions. Maybe see if there's something underneath. I don't know. Maybe. Well, we put
ideally,
a lot of.
Yes, ideally we'll get all of these teleporters knocked out permanently, or at least for a long time. Miss Kyra.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to attend any of the science meetings. Is the society running? Are there members? Can it be counted on to accomplish certain things?
I mean, at the last meeting there was only 4, 5 of us. We've dwindled a lot.
That is plenty, but how many of those can still be counted on? Can you bring them together
to
accomplish certain tasks?
Yeah.
Okay. then do you think you can have something for us within the week regarding the rest of the machines that appeared within the city?
I can figure something out.
Disabling or removing them?
Yeah.
And you and your science colleagues see to that?
Yeah.
If someone has a better idea for where the Science Society should be directed, please speak up.
I would say those objects are probably the biggest thing at the moment, so we should probably focus on that. Being the teleporters.
Yes.
Go ahead.
What about the that one machine in the bank and the ones that are there any other removals that need to happen?
Maybe in time, hopefully everything will be removed, but we do need to prioritize our efforts, I think.
And I think we are. So I think they will get done, and we'll get to them. But I think cutting the cultist off at the knees is probably the biggest thing, and then some of these other objects might come in at a later time once that project has been fulfilled. Does anyone disagree with that, or? Alright, I state that's a resounding no.
About what now? Sorry?
If anyone disagreed that the teleporters are the primary objective at the moment, and some of these other more strange objects that we find throughout the city and towns and things of that nature are somewhat of a lesser concern, because we need to cut the cultists off at the knees.
We need to make
Gotcha.
it so they can't take the citizens, which means that one in the bank needs to go.
Agreed.
Yes, these are the machines that I would like Miss Kyra and her colleagues to focus on, beyond assisting whatever efforts Zorn and others are making with the teleporters. We can use these meetings these council meetings to convene again and share news on what our progress this week has been.
And perhaps we can call some maybe science meetings of some sort, involve some of the citizens to kind of touch base every once in a while, just to make sure things are going well and if there's any assistance that's needed. And then the by and large amount of information should be passed along at the council meeting.
Ideally, yes. I encourage anyone of any specialty to come forward and volunteer. More hands are always needed. There's always more that could be done. That's why I pushed for the advance warning on when these efforts will be done, because the more people that know and are there, better our chances will be.
I suppose. Council members, is it possible for Kyra to gather the citizens interested in this dismantling project to meet after the city council meeting?
Miss Kyra is a free adult woman. She can do what she wants.
I'm fine with it.
Alright then.
She can do what she thinks is best. Okay. Any other issues anyone wants to bring up or ideas?
At least on this.
I mean, something about the cultists I've seen. He is I mean, I talked to Ilias about this earlier. You know these sun symbols that they're putting on people's house? If anyone knows, yep. He has told me that apparently they think some people are mythic, or like, they have some like certain, I don't know how to explain it, but like magical, or like some type of person or something. I don't know what he said. I believe it's something like that. And they put it there, and I just don't know why they would. It still makes no sense to me.
I'm lost. Can you say that
Sorry.
again?
The sun symbols that they're putting on people's houses.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Elias about this earlier, and he said these cultists are putting the sun symbols on people's houses for because they think the people that they put the sun symbols on, they think these people are magical or something like that. I don't know how to explain it.
No.
That's Elias.
They are marked for them to hunt, and they are specifically targeted at people they think are these fairy tale creatures. Werewolves, vampires, things of that nature.
I see.
I think we moved past. Personally, while I generally don't care what various cults espouse or believe in, we are past that point when they start hurting people and killing people. So I don't care what they think or why, but it must be stopped.
I think we all agree on that.
Yeah, never mind.
What were we gonna say? Apologies.
Go ahead. Okay, it's fine.
If I may for a second.
Mm-hmm.
The last conversation that was had with the three cultists, including Miss Estella, they referred to everyone in this town fitting one of three categories: either a bloodsucker, a fleabag, or a sympathizer. As I said beforehand, they will not see any of us as innocent, and I do want everyone to understand in this room, Estella, who was the mother of Zorana, sat there and called her own fucking daughter a fucking monster. This is why I have said they are the true monsters.
I get that. It could be argued that many of them are themselves victims of manipulation, lying, and indoctrination, but regardless, we have to defend ourselves and our city, and we don't necessarily have the time or the space for the mental help that they clearly need. Attempts with the one we already have are slow. Elodie, did you have more on that, or are you covered?
No, I kind of forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry.
All right.
Was there anything else on this topic that we have, or do you think we have a good plan going forward? Sila, what do you got?
If I may, while I sympathize with the doctor's plight, that these may be people who have been brainwashed, indoctrinated, tortured, and maybe even forced, they still have made a choice. Anastasia Brown is a prime example of choices that these people have made. She will never walk again. Her life, as we know it, has been taken. Yes, she lives. I can guarantee, knowing Miss Brown as I do, she was a vibrant woman who wanted to live her life not in a wheelchair, but running free. Estella made her choice in joining these people. Yes, she was a very conscious decision. And again, I sympathize with those who may have been forced into what they are now. But choices are choices.
Make no mistake, Miss Sila, my sympathy for the circumstances that might lead anyone to join a genocidal cult does not extend to blanket forgiveness of their crimes.
I don't think that's what she's stating. I think she's trying to put it in perspective of, while these people have done these things, there is something to be said that the circumstances in which they were forced into doing so should be taken into account when rendering judgment to these individuals.
No, I think she's saying the opposite, that whatever their circumstances, they made choices. To which I agree. You're not wrong, Miss Scylla.
We all have lost people in our lives. We have watched others in this very town get tortured, marked, judged, and almost executed. These people, and this is my opinion, are nothing more than monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I sympathize that some of them, like the one we captured, this Tristan, has fears of their boss as Grand Inquisitor. But that does not excuse the heinous crimes that they have committed.
No. Humanizing our enemies does not excuse their actions or their crimes. I am merely remarking upon the dangers of dehumanizing people and reducing them to monsters. That does away with thought processes and motivations that might help us understand them better, and through that defend ourselves. But that is a philosophical argument that we need not get into.
Can I also
No.
just say something fast?
No one is excusing their crimes or their actions or taking away from their choices to do these things.
Stannis, do you have something you wish to say?
Using Tristan as an example is a bad one. Tristan is, by all accounts, psychotic and insane. What he was rambling about is the ramblings of a madman. Granted, yes, sometimes madmen speak the truth.
But
But
not this one?
using him as an example as to somebody that is in that's or what you're trying to say, Scylla, is a bad example. He truly believes what he's going on about. He wouldn't be saying it otherwise. Somebody like Estella, who by all accounts, and I don't really know what happened, but it seems like people know a lot more about her.
I can only speak of the experiences I've had. I've only spoken to 3 cultists in my time at Murphystone. One by the name of Ares, Tristan, and someone who, for the life of me, I do not know her name. I can only go off the shape of her body. Yes, they all believe in what they believe. This is true. So I recognize fear. He had fear. I'm going off that alone, but he still made a conscious choice to do what he does. He wanted to make a rug out of me.
Perhaps it is my lifetime as a doctor that has instilled in me the belief that actions are monstrous, but people are people and people are complex. But regardless, that is academic, that is theoretical. It does not change what we need to do or the necessity for us to defend ourselves.
All of us make decisions, just like they have. I don't disagree with you, Scylla. But just because they made a conscious decision to join that cult does not excuse any of them. Just
I never
like,
said that,
for
so
example,
please do not twist my wording.
let me finish. Just like, for example, you joining the constabulary. That is a conscious decision on your part. Frank taking up the mantle of the head of the militia, me being a lawyer. We all make decisions. We have to live with those decisions until our deaths.
Mm.
They should not be excused just because some of them are having second thoughts. They've all done things that are terrible, yes, and they should be punished in a court of law, or if that isn't going to make people happy, some other way.
I mean, if they can be brought to justice, by all means.
You are
Lock
in
them up and
agreement
throw away the key.
with Missila. Missila is not arguing for the cult, he's arguing against them.
Oh, I know.
Their actions are inexcusable. Choices be damned. I have bled. I have nearly died because of those red hooded figures. I have no sympathy for them. Not 1 ounce.
Sympathy is not called for at the moment. We just need action. Are we good on that?
Well, I mean, the
believe
right
we've,
direction.
Talked around this topic for a while now. I think
We're done.
if there's another topic to talk about, we should probably move on to the next one.
I believe someone had their hand raised.
Was that Timo?
Just very quickly.
All right, what you got?
I saw the blade that Estella had on her back when we saw her outside that outpost. Not once did I ever see that blade on the field of battle against the cultists. That's all I wanted to say. And I stake my reputation as a bladesmith on that.
Oh, speaking of, Mr. Timo, find me after this.
Alright.
I will say this, whatever anyone might want to think about this, Miss Zorana has not stepped forward, and I have not heard of her, so I will be proceeding with the burial of Estella's remains. If anyone wishes to be there, let me know.
Alright then. Was there anyone else on this topic?
I would assist in funeral rites. I am ordained, though not in the faith of her choice. Last time I saw her.
Well, she died not a cultist, so I think that will be fine.
Then the goddess will smile on her. But if I might address the assembly.
You may. What was your name, madam? Just so everyone knows.
Danica Lazar. Though everyone calls me Danny. I've been working with, well, you're special. I've been working with Zorn, Lillian, Frank, and diverse others in certain training sessions. So far, we've met, Sala, 3 nights in a row now?
Correct.
I would like to extend a general invitation to all to come and attend. It's a lot of fun. And no one's complained much. We're also seeking all technologies placed in Murkystone owned by these cultists. 'Cultists? 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 '
for letting us know. I think if people wish to participate in that, they will probably let you know, yeah?
I'll be in the square 15 minutes after the council meeting, along with a few others, if anybody wants to come play.
Okay. Okay.
Are there any other topics that need to be discussed today?
To summarize, then, we will do something, perhaps another election of some kind for the 4 NT chairs, other than Mr. Lucian, who was here last week. There will be efforts, organized efforts, on individual teleporters and efforts by the Science Society against the machines in the city. All of that this week, and we will be hearing conclusions and new information about all of this next week. And of course, in the meantime, trainings, as Miss Lazar is saying. I urge everyone to stay vigilant and stay focused. This is our time to turn the tide. We will take them apart piecemeal and make the city safe again. We just need dedication, patience, and competence from everyone for a little while longer.
Thank you for your expressions, Dr. Lacroix.
Thank you, Chief.
Was there anyone else that wished to speak on the matter? And any other matters that wish to be brought up?
I know that we don't have a quorum, but reviewing the militia leadership was on the agenda. Is that something we want to do?
Well, is Frank still here?
I'm here.
Do we think we want to put this to a vote at the moment in the way that it is, and if there is a tie, that I'll break it?
Let me ask a different question. Is there anyone in this room that would like the spot other than Mr. Frank? Because if not, then that is a moot point.
I believe there were people, but I don't know if they're around here anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone I've seen that has wanted the seat that Frank sits in, I haven't seen in a while.
Alright then.
We can bring the same question up on its meeting, and if there is someone present that does wish for the spot, then we can discuss it. Does that sound fair?
No, I would state at the time being, Frank has been operating in the capacity that he's been operating in. I think that he is going to be a good fit and candidacy for it. I would state that we should solidify that until there is some other situation that occurs. Whether which Frank wants to step down or something of the like.
I can agree to that.
Fair? I'm tired of going wishy-washy on these things. We need to make decisions, and we need to do it now.
I agree.
It's not going to wait for us.
Sure.
Anyone opposed?
Nope.
Lovely. Myself and Frank will be having a conversation about getting things moving, and then we will go from there. Any other topics?
The
Do I
hospital
need to come
funding was
down there to
also
ask a question? Or can I simply ask it from where I am?
You may ask it from where you are, and then we'll have a conversation about hospital funding.
My apologies, young miss, for interrupting. I did not intend to speak at the same time as you.
Hey there, Miss Rose.
My question, if you were wanting to go against these cultists, which at this point I'm beginning to support more and more, do you have enough supplies in stock in your militia? Bombs, rifles, bullets, and such? Money to afford such things? If not, then perhaps my businesses and wealth of connections may be able to help in this matter in the coming days to import what may be needed that this fair city does not have.
I think that's a conversation that we can have at a later time involving all of that, yeah? Because I don't know exactly what you're referring to in terms of your supplies there, and I think that would need to be a specific conversation that's had with either some of the council members or myself or something along those lines. What was your name there, sir, that spoke?
Mr. Fisk.
Fisk, thank you.
All three of the efforts, that them being the Science Society or Mr. Zorn and the teleporter hit squad, or
Teleporter hit
the
squad.
Frank and the militia, can benefit from Mr. Fisk's ability to procure items quickly and reliably.
I understand what you're stating, but I would just like to speak a little bit more about what he's expecting on the matter in terms of funding and things of that nature.
After all, he is a businessman.
Shima, was it? Yes. Did you wish to speak?
Just very quickly, I request more than anything, twofold. Number one, I would like to have it be known, or at least a request, for the primary, secondary, and tertiary of both the constabulary and the militia. Doesn't have to be right now, but at least that way we have 3 points of contact as needed. And number two, if I can attend that meeting with Mr. Fisk and the council member, or constabulary, militia, whatever it may be, my services might be of some use.
Alright, do you wish to disclose what those services are at the moment?
Bladesmithing, but also I can coerce Mr. Montgomery to help supply some of the explosives, ammunition, things of that sort.
Alright. I think it'll be a party then, yeah?
I would like to stress that at this point, initiative and action is needed. Offers are well and good, but we need people to act on them and not simply wait.
Dr. Lacroix, I do believe we understand that, and this isn't a waiting matter that we're trying to convey here. We're trying to gather the items needed to be able to have action, because if we go in it blindly and without the things we need, then we may get caught out and people will get hurt because of it.
I understand. Action does involve supplying people. But yes.
So what is your statement involving then?
It's okay. People understand, I think. Do you have more?
Very quickly, anyone within this room who does not have a proper blade, or a backup blade, or a tertiary blade, please seek me out. I will make sure that you are properly armed at the very least.
Fair enough, thank you.
That is everything.
Alrighty. Was there anyone else that wished to speak? Alright then, I think we're gonna call this meeting adjourned.
Did you wish to do the hospital funding conversation?
Oh, that's right, hospital funding conversation, thank you.
We can move past that. In the last 2 weeks, with the help of people and with things being more quiet, with the turnaround being lower, we have been able to build up a further stockpile of items that should last for a while.
Alright then. Was there any other meeting agenda notes there, Ms. Lacroix?
There was not, no.
Alright, thank you. Now at this point, I will state that the meeting has been adjourned. Apologies all. I think we're good to go now.
Thank you everyone for coming.
Mm-hmm.
Kyra.
Yeah.
A moment, dear.
Okay.
In 15 minutes, I'm going to be gathering people to discuss training this evening. I think
Mr.
that
Trello?
seeing as we'll have Frank and Zorn there,
Payment?
Were you
and
paying me
possibly
today?
Mr.
I
Fisk
am,
if
yes.
I can
Alright.
steal him,
That's okay, give me 1 second.
we should discuss some of the
Yeah.
matters
What was the amount that you normally
more
get?
the Science Society is
37.
Wonderful, dear.
Speaking of, Miss Danny, do let me know what resources you might need.
For training people.
No, for the other thing.
Oh. Well, that's going to be up to Nimue and Kyra.
Go ahead.
No, then you ladies let me know.
Because I know they're needing concentrated acid, deep core copper ingots and galena ingots, as well as, something else.
Ground fluorite.
Right, ground fluorite, yes.
I have an abundance of all of those. I'll go ahead and
I
get 'em.
just need to find a druggist. Then I'm going to be good.
Miss Lacroix can help you there.
Make sure you space each other out before jump.
I'm moving over here because I'm not going to be dealing with waiting and having a horrible headache.
Same.
I'll be right back. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
Hey, Julie.
Hello.
These sessions, we're going to be going through a lot of costs. A lot.
It's on the
I don't want to eat up people's supplies. So I need someone to supply the training sessions.
Okay, what are you looking for in particular?
Iron flesh brew. Might. Precision brews. Vigor and stamina. And a ridiculous amount of aloe.
You're an aloe. I mean, what?
Most of those I
All right, Momo. I know I haven't
get
seen you
on
in a
here.
while,
I
but
have
come
them
on.
available.
I'm having issues. Okay.
You're all right.
So what's happening? Sorry, I kind of dozed off.
Hello.
Hello.
Release me.